All right, if you're a filmmaker, a producer, or really anyone working in the film industry, listen up. This isn't just another festival overview. Think of this as your personal, strategic roadmap to using the Venice Film Festival to get your next project financed, produced, and launched. You know, when most people think of Venice, they picture the glitz, the glamour, the red carpets. But is that the whole story? Not even close. The real work, the kind of work that actually builds careers, happens far, far away from all those flashing cameras. So yeah, the public sees the big premieres, the official selections, but we're gonna go behind the scenes. We're gonna pull back the curtain and look at the real engine room of the festival, the place where the deals actually get done, and more importantly, where films get made. So, the first thing we need to do is completely reframe how we look at this festival. It's not just some fancy showcase for movies that are already finished. No, for a filmmaker who has a plan, it's a launch pad. That's because Venice is, without a doubt, a top-tier global marketplace. It's specifically designed to connect projects just like yours, with the resources they need to get made, and, just as crucial, get seen. And honestly, understanding how to navigate this market is the real key to success here. And right at the heart of this whole marketplace is one central hub you absolutely have to know about: the Venice Production Bridge. If you're an industry pro, this is where you need to focus all of your attention. And the official definition here says it all. It's a market, sure, but notice the language: spaces and services. It's not just a place, it's an entire ecosystem built to support unreleased projects. The whole point of the VPB is to take your idea and help you push it across the finish line. And what's so remarkable is just how much is going on here. I mean, look at this. This isn't just one single market. It's a whole collection of super specialized platforms. So whether you need financing, post-production money, your next great idea, or even a distribution deal, there is a dedicated space for you here. Okay, let's get to the part that everybody really wants to talk about: the money. How do you actually get your project funded? Well, Venice offers some very direct, very tangible ways to do just that. Let's just start with a number that should get your attention: 200,000 euros. That is the grant that's offered to films that are developed through the Biennale College Cinema program. And let's be clear, this is real, substantial production funding for micro-budget features. Now, beyond the college, there are two main markets for financing, and it is absolutely vital that you know the difference. The gap-financing market is for projects that have most of their money in place but just need to close that final gap to get into production. On the other hand, Final Cut in Venice is specifically for films from Africa and the Middle East that are already in the can and just need that last push to get through post-production. Knowing which one to target is everything. So, what's the game plan? How do you get ready? Well, a successful strategy really boils down to these 5 critical steps. You have to verify your project is even eligible. You have to know every single deadline. You need a crystal clear financial ask. You've got to target the right market for your project stage. And you need to be ready for those intense one-on-one meetings. And on that first step, eligibility, I really want you to listen closely. This is a big one. It's totally non-negotiable. To be eligible for the 2026 festival, your project has to be completed after September 6th, 2025. You might want to pause right here. Bookmark this because it is the very first hurdle you have to clear. Okay, so once you've got your financing strategy mapped out, what's next? Let's talk about how Venice helps you build your network and maybe even find your next big idea. This right here highlights 2 incredibly powerful but very distinct opportunities. On one side, you've got the book Adaptation Rights Market. This is where you go to meet publishers to find and option your next project. And on the other side, you've got Meet the Streamers, where you can pitch your current project directly to the big global platforms. It means you can be both a buyer and a seller, all in the same week. Now, let's dig into development, because for those of you with an idea that's still in its early stages, Venice offers one of the most prestigious incubators in the entire world. So this is the official mission of the Biennale College Cinema, and the key phrases to really focus on here are advanced training, international teams, and micro-budget. What this really is a program designed to take a promising team with a great idea and guide them step by step all the way to a finished film. And this slide really lays out that entire journey for you. As you can see, it's a super intensive, year-long process. It kicks off with workshops, moves through script development and pre-production, and then it culminates in the ultimate prize, a world premiere at the next Venice Film Festival. It's a complete A to Z development and production pipeline. And the opportunity doesn't just stop with traditional movies either. The college has expanded to include a dedicated program for immersive projects, which comes with its own €75,000 grant, and another for more hybrid works. The festival is actively looking for and nurturing the future of storytelling, whatever form it takes. So we've covered a ton of ground here: financing, networking, development. Now let's bring it all together and wrap it up into a final actionable strategy. The single biggest takeaway here is that you have to plan way, way ahead. These are the key deadlines for 2026. As you can see, the calls for entry open really early in the year. That means all of your materials, your scripts, your budgets, they need to be ready to go months in advance. Seriously, take a screenshot of this slide. This is your calendar for the year. So, at the end of the day, Venice offers you all the tools, the network, and the potential funding. The Venice Production Bridge is there and it's waiting. The only real question left is, are you ready to build your side of it?